inning. 0-2 on Victor Reyes. Here's the 0-2 from Giolito. Hey, he strikes out. That sucks. All right. Let me just grab this. Grab that. All right. It's heading to commercial break. That's why it's going to be quiet for a second. You know how it goes with baseball streams. It's, you know, they just don't have commercials. No, this one doesn't anyway. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's kind of varies. Yeah. Oh well, I gotta raise it up a little bit though. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Now I'm at a good spot. Yeah, right here. What's up, Daniel? How's it going? Oh, okay, notifications did go out. All right. I gotta post to it. Did you get a notification, Daniel? I'm always curious if people get them or not. I got one finally. I'm doing great too. I'm doing great too. Glad to hear you're doing good. Better than the alternative, right? It could be doing shitty. All right, let's see. Yep, Tigers lead 3-1. Top of the or bottom of the second coming up. White Sox are batting first, or the home team. So duh. It'll be Vaughn, Sheets, and Garcia. Vaughn, Sheets, and Garcia do up this half inning against Matt Manning. You did. That's why you clicked. All right. Cool. Always a good thing. Rain, it's a good thing. Well, when the game picks back up, you guys want to let me know if the audio is good? I'm sure it's fine, but I just want to be sure. You know.
Second for the Tigers.
All right, here we go. Manning takes over, bottom of the second. Vaughn, Sheets, and Garcia. Strike one.
Let's see if Matt Manning makes an adjustment now. All of a sudden, he's got himself a 2-run lead. And that's how
Let's see. What's the second pitch?
Early in the ball game. Now he can be a little more aggressive, try to get strikes, and work ahead in the count.
Strike two.
Challenge him, basically. That's what he does with two fastballs.
Strike two.
Right after Andrew Vaughn.
All right, that sounds all right. Maybe it could be a little louder in one area, but yeah, I don't know. I think MLB was cracking down on streaming sites like that, just to like protect their shit, and everything's all right with it, and yada yada. They're fully in the right to do stuff like that, you know. I just think the MLB was cracking down on them, so they kind of like tightened ship up over there. So he strikes out Vaughn to start the inning. Well, Daniel Norris pitched pretty good yesterday, huh? Only gave up 4 hits, 2 walks, so just a K. And across 4 2/3. Hey, good job by Norris. Like to see that. You like to see it.
And that meant the world to him last night. He is certainly on cloud 9 right now after he's able to go to that 4 2/3, be a Tiger once again, and have an opportunity to be a starter in the big leagues.
But yeah, I don't really know what else could have happened. I'm just guessing they got cracked down on. I don't run the site, so I don't have any reason to know. You feel good about the Tigers? Hopefully their bats can do something. Well, I mean, they're up 3-1, so I mean, they're clearly doing something.
Ecstatic to be a Tiger once again, and he said that he was following the Tigers.
So it's 0-2 now. Good pitch. Every time I see Daniel Norris, he never looks like the same person. Has anyone else noticed this about him? He kind of shapeshifts. Here's the 0-2. And that's going to be a ground ball fair down the line. That could be 2. 1 out double for Sheets. The most mid double of all time. Yeesh. Big.
This ball well off the plate. Sheets just slaps the ball that way, right? He goes right with it. A huge shift on. Nobody there. You can't even hardly see Jamer in the picture there. And then it's just going to be, can Badu get to it?
Little doubler.
Keep him from second. The answer is no. Yeah, Trev,
all right. Now up is Leroy Garcia. I think that's what his first name is, right? It's like Leroy or Leroy. Yeah, Leroy.
You take it for granted, but
something like that.
Managers do have influences.
And it's Strike one. Damn, Manning's really getting ahead of these guys right away in at-bats. Really still don't know how the guy who was hitting even really made contact with what Manning was throwing there. That shit was so far outside.
Need to be reminded that their manager appreciates their effort. It's not always about wins and losses or hits and outs. It's about
1 and 1.
You know, did you give it your best? And you should be proud of yourself for giving it your best. You know, some days it's not going to be good enough because the other team's just better. But I was inspired by that.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, that was hit pretty well. That'll be a RBI base hit for Garcia. It is 3-2. Yep, they fired Alex Avila. Yep, they fired Al. Big Al. Threw him to the curb. Damn, where the hell's everybody? Was everybody watching football tonight, you think?
Well, this ball was a breaking ball that was left up. Once in a while, Matt Manning will elevate his fastball up there, but it's got a little extra giddy up. Usually beats him. That was the old-fashioned hanger.
This is doing exceptionally bad for a stream.
With that pitch, that was probably a mistake pitch.
Just goes to show you how difficult it is to try and get away with mistake pitches. I mean, this is a hitter, and Leori Garcia's batting just .211. Yet he jumped all over that.
Yeah, it's the big leagues.
Damn, there's only like 2 people here now. Unless the numbers are incorrect, but I don't know. There's nobody talking either, so I doubt there's anyone really even here. Yeesh, down to 3 people. Well, might have to end the stream tonight. I don't know. There's no one here.
Up to the pitchers to try to take command of this game. Matt Manning
We'll see. I don't know.
1-0 to Josh Harrison. Fouls it back. I was going to say, this game already starkly different than last night's game.
Damn, down to 2 people watching now. That's pretty bad.
A pitcher's duel between Daniel Norris and Michael Cole.
Where the hell is everyone? It's kind of weird. So I'm guessing no one actually got notifications sent out.
The 2 teams last night. 9 already, and we're not through the second.
Yeah, I think you're just here. I think that's it. Damn, I think you're the only person here now. Okay, so now it's lying to me. Oh, well, there's the 2. That accounts for all 2 of you. Suspicious, I should say.
Shallow right field. That's going to drop in front of Reyes. Josh Harrison, who had a couple of hits last night.
And that'll be a double. Looks like the Tigers are giving, or well, it'll be a single, so it'll be first and third, 1 away. Looks like the Tigers are about to give up the lead.
They talk about seeing high base hits. Well, this is one of those. Reyes is charging as hard as he can. This ball just looped over Harold Castro.
Well, hopefully some people start showing up. We'll see.
Lands fair, and then good base running there by Garcia, going first to third.
Well, here comes Federer to talk to Matt Manning and make sure everything's all good. Oh, now it's down to 1 person. Hell yeah. It looks like no one wants to watch this game. Well, maybe I shouldn't stream this tonight. It looks like nobody is interested.
Those kind of hits as a pitcher. But truly, you just have to rise above it. Your pitching coaches come on out to give you that breather.
Damn.
Josh Harrison, we know what a good guy he is. He's happier than heck. You're frustrated. And this is what the game's all about. Being able to battle, keep yourself under control.
YouTube really makes it hard for my videos to be discovered, let me tell you.
A chance to get out of the inning. Ground ball could get him out.
Won't be easy. Harrison moves pretty well at first base. A.J. Pollock, the leadoff man's got decent speed as well.
Pollock doesn't seem to hit a lot of balls on the ground either.
Oh, now it's buffering. That's cool. Is it buffering or is that just my end?
In there for a strike. It's a good pitch. Bottom of the zone. He swings at that. Tough to lift it.
Like, is the stream actually, like, buffering or is it me?
Pitcher, if you're paying attention here, young pitchers, you don't want a ball at the top of the zone. You don't want it to be elevated because that's when they can just lift it over the infielder's head into the outfield. They're looking just to
no,
run
it's running just fine.
Third base. He'd be happy.
All right, well that's good
that
at least.
sac fly, just like Jose Abreu got in the first inning.
It's lagging for you.
So what do you want to do? You're looking for a ground ball. You got to keep.
Is the stream like offline?
In these situations, hope that they top it and drive it right into the ground.
Well, what the fuck's going on?
In the air,
I haven't dropped a single frame.
Gets behind it. He's got it. Here's the throw home, and it is bobbled by Eric Haas into the backstop, backed up by Manning, and Harrison all the way to third base.
It's working on my computer just fine. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Sometimes it's about the skip on the throw. Victor Reyes charges it. He gets rid of it fairly quick. He has an accurate throw. It's a one-hopper. Maybe it's a two-hopper.
I have to close that down the app, I guess. It's just not working.
Look here. There's one hop. Yeah, two-hopper and kind of handcuffed. Eric Haas, he was probably trying
I'm not really sure what's going on.
Before he caught the ball. I don't think he was going to get him.
Hopefully it's not lagging too bad for people. That's annoying.
Harrison all the way to third with 2 away.
Oh, there we go. It stopped. I just had to refresh it. I don't know what it was doing.
Moncada, who singled his first time out.
That was weird. Sorry about that. It just started lagging on my end really bad. It was probably just the playback. If it was lagging, I just just refresh it. It should be fine. 2 away. Runner at third. 3-3 game. Tigers have choked away the lead in pretty comical fashion. But it's an early part of the game. It's only the second inning, so nothing too big. It's nice to only have missed a few minutes or to have missed almost the opening 50 minutes of the game, and I've only missed the first inning really. Nope, good play by Badu. That ends the inning. So Tigers give up a bunch of runs there, and the game is retied. After a strikeout, there were 3 straight hits. All right, I'm glad it keeps doing that for some stupid fucking reason. All right, maybe it's updated and it works now. I don't know. Anyway, top of the third rather. I'm still not used to them being on the road yet. Baez, Castro, and Haas. Baez, Castro, and Haas. That's Harold Castro. See if the Tigers can do anything. Ugh. But yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good night. It's been a pretty quiet stream so far. I don't even think 10 messages have been sent. But for the first and foremost, one thing I am doing is taking away the link. That's a dumb thing. There we go. Anyway. I don't think this is still updating. It's commercial break. That's why the game kind of just went, like the coverage just kind of died on it. But yeah, so far so good. It's a 3-3 game. It's a lot of offense early on. Wondering if it's a symptom of we're going to see a pretty high scoring game here, or if the bullpen or the Tigers kind of calm down, so the White Sox. And so far, the Tigers have a 3 spot. White Sox have a 2 and a 1 and a 2 spot. So a lot of manufacturing. Riley Green had a 3 RBI double. And the White Sox just manufactured runs, as we've seen. So far, so good. It's a much better effort than it has been the last few days, anyway. They could have did this yesterday. They'd have won.
From Arby's, because the Tigers have already scored 3 runs. That's the way it works. Anytime the Tigers score at least 3 runs.
All right, here we go. Here's Javier Baez. He digs in with nobody on, nobody out, obviously. It's the top of the third. Here's Baez. Nah, fouls it away. Strike one.
Baez able to shut him up a little bit in the first when he singled. There's a scoring opportunity for the Tigers.
Alrighty, let's see what Baez can do. Got his average up to 226. That's pretty good from the, well, like 190s it was hovering at for most of the season. So I don't know. That's a small improvement, one could say.
And that's how the inning ended.
Ah, he popped that up though. And that'll be the first out of the inning as long as he there isn't a drop here.
Now a message from Carshield.
Do you hate saving money? No. You must
But yeah, Harold Castro's up now with
call Carshield now, Nathan.
one away.
You know what? You guys are right.
One away for Harold Castro.
Streaming baseball is so awkward because nobody ever says anything. It's just like the most quiet crowd ever.
In the first. Takes it on the corner.
That'll be strike one. Catches the outside corner, kind of a low pitch, but you know, I guess it's in there. Very bottom of the strike zone, and that's strike two. Ironically, he could have swung at that first pitch and then swung here at the second pitch, and everything would have been a lot better for him. 0-2 coming up. Castro fouls it off to stay just alive. There's like a weird red glow coming from my screen. I don't know what it is. It fucking has a weird effect. I don't like that at all.
Third start of the season against Detroit for Lucas Giolito. 16th start against the Tigers in his career.
That'll cancel a lot of that shit out. Ugh. There we go. That looks a lot better. Whatever it was before was kind of freaky looking. It's like a menacing figure in the dark.
A disaster. He's shaking his head. He knows it. Sometimes the ball squirts out of your fingers before you wrap your fingers around to get that spin, generate the spin you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I hope people understand now that there is a huge gap between AAA and MLB, and just screaming that this player should be called up or this player should be called up isn't probably the best method to determine if someone's ready. The team had a pretty good idea with him, and I don't think he was ready. Yeah, you know, we'll see though.
Right back in there the next day, and a chance at a little redemption, and he's earned it. Laid off it. It's a full.
That'll be a ball outside.
You know, when Harold started his swing right there and started approaching the baseball.
Full count now for Castro.
Started tailing off the plate, and that's a good take right there. Hard to hold up, but he was able
What's up, Daniel?
recognizing that it was going to go and run off the dish.
Reaches out.
Nope, Castro flares it off the end of the bat, and it gets down for a base hit. Could be... No, Castro isn't fast enough. That'll be a single for the Harold Castro with nobody on and one away. So now here comes Haas with, you know, one on and one out. Yeah, hopefully the Tigers can win tonight, Daniel.
Played too, actually, even further than the previous pitch.
Ooh.
He commits to it, keeps his hands on the baseball, and basically just slaps it that way. Jimenez bare hands it. Harold slams.
Damn, this thing still hasn't corrected itself
That's the
yet.
wise thing.
Oh,
Keeps
fucking
the
piece of
inning
shit, huh?
For Eric Haas,
Give it a second to see if it'll work.
who was Lucas Giolito's first of 2 strikeouts of the night back in the second.
If you haven't left a like, consider doing so. It helps the stream out quite a bit, especially right now as there's just, you know, no one's really here. It's struggling to get going. I'm sure everyone here has already left a like. I'm sure that's not the problem. But, you know, it would help, but, you know, you don't have to. Stream has 9 likes. That's pretty good. We're doing pretty good.
Rips it.
That'll be down for a base hit. And maybe more. Harold Castro is going to be sent to third base, I would imagine. Maybe he's going to be sent home, and he is. Is there a play at the plate? No, there isn't. Harold Castro's in there safely. That's an RBI double for Eric Haas. There we go. Very good. Now up is Candelario with the runner at second, and only one away. Tigers have certainly brought their A game, or whatever you want to call it, tonight.
Well, he got beat by a fastball the previous pitch. Then he throws a curveball.
Hitting
That's
shoes,
what
whatever you
AJ
want to say.
refers to.
Haas
Hit
smoked that
ball
into the
right
gap,
over
though.
the
Pretty
middle
good.
of
Pretty
the
good.
dish. Eric Cos makes him pay.
Castro was chugging along.
Harold, can you kick it in a little higher gear? He didn't have to. He's able to go first to third there. Haas gets a stand-up double, and the Tigers get in front. Good hitting right there.
And a bounce back hitting for Detroit. Chicago's done it, and now the Tigers have done it as well. Jamer Candelario hoping to keep the line moving. That's up high. Candelario grounded to Jose Abreu at first base his first time up. Abreu made a nice backhanded stab at the ball.
Important runner out there, though. Candyman can do himself a lot of good.
That'll be strike 2.
Right down the middle.
Or no, strike 1. Sorry about that.
He takes it.
Here's the 1-1. Strike 2 on a swing and a miss. I really hate having to like reopen and close this fucking thing all the time, dude.
A chopper to third behind the bag, Moncada.
That's a fair ball. Candelario's out.
Got him.
Runner had to hold over at second base. He, you know, kind of poor base running, but then again, Eric Haas isn't very quick, so he wasn't able to get over to third.
And then it's getting rid of the ball quicker.
Not really his fault, I guess.
Throw across the diamond, just barely gets Jamer at first base. You see how he had a retreat.
What the fuck is this thing doing, dude? Oh my god, what a fucking retarded device.
So 2 away for Kerry Carpenter.
Man, only during Tigers games does it ever act this fucking awful.
Tigers scored 3 in the second.
In football games, it's like twice and it's loaded and good. It's like, all right, I'm done fucking around. Ah, that ends the inning. Well, Tigers got the runs back and they got the lead back, so we'll head to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third, Tigers managed to get their lead back. Ooh, this is not good. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the White Sox, and you know they have a really good 3, 4, 5. And it's Jimenez, Abreu, and Grandal. Jimenez, Abreu, and Grandal. We'll see how we fare against a pretty formidable group of guys. Man, this is not a very chatty group here, huh? If you haven't left a like, consider doing so. We're, you know, struggling to get this stream off the ground. But hey, you know, that's all right. It'll get going soon, I'm guessing. Got anything to talk about, just let me know. Helps the stream out quite a bit. This is a hangout stream, not just a me talk at people stream, but you know, it's all right. You don't have to chat or anything. Just kind of listening with me on in the background or some shit. That's always cool too. If you haven't left a like yet and you're doing that, that's kind of lame. Plus, the stream really could use like interaction to get going. But that's fine too. I just gotta wait and hope a troll comes by. They'll at least engage with the stream a little bit. It's quite all right. What's up, Cooltron? How's it going? It's commercial break right now, though. Bottom of the third coming up. Tigers lead 4-3. If you're just tuning in, it'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the White Sox. That'll be Jimenez. Oh, the game's back on. What's up, Trey? How you guys doing?
Not been as smooth as it was against Tampa, but sometimes
Yeah, just hoping the Tigers can pitch well enough to win the game now that they got a few runs.
better than anybody can be just as rewarding, can't they?
To me, they're all the same.
I wonder how many times this season the Tigers have actually scored in consecutive runs like that.
You're not cruising.
I can't imagine it's a lot of times.
I think you hit it on the head. He needs a shutdown inning, Shep. And
Oop.
he's got the
Up high,
hard
ball
runner
1.
up here, 3, 4, 5 hitters, so make it happen right here.
Fastball, little
Struck out in the first inning. Did Jimenez?
95 from Manning tonight.
Yeah, Manning's not bad. Oh, that's going to be the first out of the inning as long as it doesn't find its way out of the ballpark, and 1 away. What's up, typical gamer? It'd be nice for Detroit to win. We lost, so it'd be nice to keep Chicago off us. Yeah, hopefully we can win. I would really like to play Spoiler. This is going to be interesting. My GF family are Texas. Oh, boy. Is that your food where you work? Tigers this month have the lowest starters. The lowest ERA among starters at 2.12. They are ahead of the Dodgers at 2.18 as the next closest. Nobody pitches as well as the Tigers for no particular reason whatsoever. If I told you a team with the 43-73 record was like the 3rd best pitching team in the league, you'd be like, yeah, nah, probably not. And then I'm like, yeah, but you want to know what's even crazier? They've used 16 different starting pitchers this year. You'd be like, yeah, man, but I just don't believe that. That's just not how. That's not how that works. Yeah, and they traded some of their bullpen guys, and like they're one of their better bullpen guys, and they're still really good. All right, yeah, you're just kind of lying.
Sliced foul.
Yeah, dude, it's unreal how good. Like, if they could score 5 runs, I think their record when they score 5 or more runs is some ungodly like 23-4. I'm not even playing. It's that good of. It's like a dramatic record shift where if they could score 5 runs a game, we're like the best team in baseball almost. We're like at 71 wins right then. I think I've been keeping track of like all the games where we could have scored just 5 runs and won the game. It's like we're at 64 wins with something like that, 65 wins, like dramatically one of the best teams in baseball, with just scoring 5 runs a game. And it's so annoying that's what's the only thing stopping us. Is literally some games we'll lose like 4-3. That's like our average loss is like 4-3 or 3-2. We lose a lot of fucking games by a run or maybe 2 runs. It's so, dude, we're like, it's actually like, you would think we're very far away with the way our record is. But when you actually look at what's going on with the Tigers, it's really injury based. Like everything that's fucking them. And I know they've had their biggest problems been injuries to pitchers, but like, I don't know, man. There's just like they've had an injured like 2-3 guys of hitters always on the disabled list all season long. Do you know, like, when we crafted our lineup in the offseason, we spent all offseason, spent all that money putting together a team. Do you know that lineup never got together once this regular season because of injury? Yeah, it has to be, too. We've only played doubleheaders versus the Guardians. That's how we roll. Connor's going to win $200. Well, man, good luck. I hope the Tigers win, but mainly because of spoiler reasons. But, you know, hopefully you win your $200. You know? Trey. Yeah, that's because, Trey, I can finally ask somebody this. Was AJ Hinch your guys' GM when you were winning World Series with him? Or did he, like, become the GM after he became the head coach? Because, like, there's a lot of talk about him just taking over as the GM and being, like, the head coach, the GM, and the president of baseball operations. Just give him all the jobs and just let him take over the team. Didn't you guys have that whole thing? Oh yeah, I don't use captions. That's 3-1 on Grandal, who's a bit of a problem for us. But with him hitting, and he's a catcher, we could probably double up this play and get out of the inning if he hits it on the ground or anything. 3-1. And Grandal flies out to left center-ish. What's up, Tater Chip? How you been, man? It's almost NFL time. I'm assuming I'm going to see you around a lot more often.
We'll take the outs any way you can get them. That one stayed in the ballpark.
Because the only reason I asked Trey is because a lot of Detroit media seems to think AJ Hinch is going to be like one of the leading candidates for our GM job. And I'm like, well, did he do that before? Is this something he's done or no? I don't want a new fucking GM. So he was your GM. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. And that's why the Tigers are like Well, I mean, we could hire AJ. Just give him the fucking team. I mean, it did. I mean, how well did it work out in Houston? That's what everybody's thinking. Trust me, there's a large people that if we can't get our hands on Theo Epstein, it's like, well, the next best guest is AJ Hinch, so let's go after him. See if he wants to take on an additional role here. And I'm sure he'd like to, if he actually likes being here. That's how we'd know if he wants to stick around long term, is if he actually, like, if we can't get Theo Epstein and AJ gets offered the job and goes, oh, sure. Then he's sorry, Trey, he's never going to come back. Which is sad because all the biggest cheaters are gone now, and it's like, oh, poor AJ. They should have just. Then again, you know, it's like Dusty might retire and he might dip out. You know, you never know what might happen. But he also seems very committed to the Tigers for whatever reason. So I don't know though. New GM might. Never mind. Never mind. I'm trying to be like a new GM might, you know, make him not want to be here. You know, what if they're competent and know about baseball, unlike Avila? That would make AJ just really happy and just enjoy being here a lot more probably now that Avila's gone. I'm trying to like paint an image of where like the Tigers front, everyone's miserable at the Tigers now because Al's gone. And I'm like, that is probably not true. They threw him under the bus at every conceivable notion. Even Chris Ilitch tried, but he didn't know. He didn't even know when he signed Al to an extension. He's like, it was like 2019 or 2021 or sometime it was in the past. It wasn't yesterday I signed him. I know that. He basically could have just went, I don't remember when I signed that motherfucker. Who the fuck cares about that? What does that matter? That's all I would ask. Be like, well, what's the point of that question? We thought he was doing a better job than he was. And if we would have been winning, and then I would have been real honest with them and been like, if we were like in the thick of the playoffs or like at 61 wins, 62 wins, no fan would have been calling for the firing of Avila. Just like last year when we started winning, no one was calling for the Avila firing. And then everyone was praising Al in the preseason. You know, like, but like, if he would have went on just and said something like that about like how it's just kind of a bad luck firing for Avila. Like, again, if the Tigers aren't losing games this year, but again, that's mainly due to the offense. That's horseshit. And there's no offensive talent in the minor leagues. That's, you know, that was Al's biggest sin, right? This pitching is, no one wants to say it, but you know who put this pitching staff together. You can't say it was AJ Hinch. I mean, he called the pieces up and brought them up and yada yada, so on and so forth. But who put them all there? Who did all the grocery shopping? We have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball because of Avila. I know that sucks. That hurts to say it, but I mean, the Detroit Lions have one of the best lines in the NFL thanks to Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia. I know that sucks. I mean, it hurts to even think about like that an incompetent asshole can. I mean, hey, broken clocks right, you know, twice a day, right? That's that old saying. They just seem to only know one thing, and that's all they focus on. They were like, Al, we need pitching. And he went, I got it. And then he drafted all the great pitchers. Because you got to admit, for a guy, I think almost all of his drafted pitchers have pitched in the major leagues at this point. That's an incredible debut rate. I think we literally had like 9 guys debut as pitchers this year. It's some baffling stat where you're just like, holy shit. And these are all Avila guys for the most part. I don't necessarily know about Faedo. I'm pretty sure Avila drafted him, but we might have traded for him. But either way, then it's an Avila trade that was starting to show dividends before he got hurt. He's just super injury prone. They're giving away Astrodome replicas. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like replica jerseys. Ball 1, download a scope. So it'll be Scope, Baду, and Green. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Tigers here in the top half of the 4th. They lead 4-3, looking to add to a pretty good start to the game. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, leave a like. It'll help get a few more people up in here, which always gets the stream a little bit more fun. I appreciate everyone who's tuned in and enjoying it. Oh, really? That's pretty fucking. That's actually really cool. Like, is it like an action figure model type thing? Not necessarily like it's not an action figure thing. I know that, but like,
So it'll be Scope, Badu,
yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're at 211 likes now. Hell yeah, we're moving.
Chopper,
Ah, that'll be an out by Scope.
Garcia.
He's not quick enough to beat some stuff out like that. Plus, he's a bad hitter these days, so it is what it is on that.
Make sure to follow Detroit on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Okay, yeah, I get what you mean. It's kind of like a dollhouse, but not necessarily a dollhouse. Something like this, something like this.
Long throw across the diamond, easily getting Jonathan Scope. Sometimes I'm still in awe.
Just something cool. It's just a cool thing. It's kind of like Legos, but not made out of Legos.
Marvelous plays.
Like a statue.
Yeah, the transfer and the
I think that's a good word for it.
how quickly he gets rid of it, knowing that he has to get rid of it. And
Statue doesn't necessarily mean big and gaudy, I don't think.
He's a part-time player.
Akil Badu was
Wonder how the NFL's going right now. I'm gonna have to look up some scores. 0-2 to Badu.
behind 0-2.
What AJ loves
That's really fun to say, by the way. 0-2 to Badu.
to create havoc when and if he gets on. And
Where's
talk
the
about
skulls?
One of the reasons he's playing so much is
It's 0-2 here on Akil Badu.
base running. Create the havoc. Put the pressure on the defense.
1-2 now on Badu.
Force the catcher to throw him out at times.
Steelers are up 17-3. Bucks are up 7-3. And
On that double by Riley
the Saints are up 7-0. All right, well, Saints and Texans are still in the first quarter. Dolphins, Bucks in the second, and so is the Seahawks, Steelers. Quick little update from around the NFL preseason, which is in week 1. If you do any picks things, how's your first week of picks? Mine's going pretty good right now. I'm 5-4. I got up over 500 right now. I need Badu struck out, so 2 away. Top of the order due up now with Riley Green. I think coach is getting sick of Badu. I don't know if that was a bad call, and that's why AJ shook his head. But let me see something.
All the Tigers' damage in that second inning with 2 away.
Oh, it was okay. It was a bad call. All right, never mind. I see why AJ was shaking his head. I was like, is he mad at Akil? That kind of looked like a bad call.
Giolito could do with that off-speed stuff of his.
All right, so that wasn't Akil's fault. It was a fucking bad. He might have swung, is what the reasoning was.
Because they've tried to drill into all hitters. Once you commit, take a swing. Swing
0-2 on Riley Green.
never result. I shouldn't say never, but
You know Riley Green has struck out 40 times in his last 100 at bats.
you doink one in there.
Is that foreshadowing or not?
Can't drive the ball though on a check swing.
Or some crazy stat like that? Not even. I don't even think Spencer Torkelson has numbers like that.
That's up high.
He just gets way more hits than Torque, who got robbed all the goddamn time. I'm telling you, when we get a new hitting coach in the offseason, it's going to seem like magic how much better we are at hitting next year. And that's strike 3. That was a really good call. I don't know why he didn't swing at that.
Same when we come back. His thoughts on how he's growing his
Lefty should have fucking mollywopped that pitch. Goddamn Avila. If only these guys could hit better. That bum hitting coach we had in Avila. Garcia, Harrison, and Vaughn? No. I'm just seeing his name. Garcia, Harrison, and Pollock. Garcia, Harrison, and Pollock here in the bottom of the 4th. Tigers lead 4-3. Yeah. I don't know what to say. There's quite a big audience here. There's quite a few people listening tonight. That's cool. I appreciate that. Feel free to talk about whatever. We don't got to talk about baseball. There ain't no baseball nerds here tonight. Talk about cool sport like football. If you feel like it. It's a timeout, or it's in between innings anyway, so. Where's the updates? There's just not really much crazy to report on. Yep. Anyway, it'll be Garcia, Harrison, and Pollock due up here in the bottom of the fourth. Pretty good game so far. It's 4-3. A little bit of pitching, a little bit of offense. You know, it's got it all. It's not like a typical Tigers game where it's 0-0 in a good pitcher's duel.
Clean games, you know.
Maybe playing the White Sox got them all woke up and shit because, you know, they're supposed to be like one of our very few actual rivals.
It's important. I think right now we have a chance.
But even then, it's like, I don't really think they're our rivals. We're better than they are. At least we have a brighter future. I don't know. Our futures are ranked pretty much the same. You got Astros in the World Series. I have Astros in the. Yeah, I probably got him in the World Series too. Verlander's gonna throw 2 perfect games in the World Series though, or else it's a scam, in my opinion.
Another connection there. Did he remember you?
0-2 on Garcia. 1-1 now, or 1-2. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Manning working pretty quickly here. 1-2 offering. He should have slowed down. That's way too good of a pitch. That'll be a 1-2 base hit. Caught way too much of the plate on 0-2, or 1-2 rather.
For Detroit, here comes Josh Harrison, who had one of those hits for Chicago back in the second.
Guys are. It's nice to see you. I work with
Exactly, Cooltron. I predict at least 4. Anything less than is pretty cringe. And the Astros have failed him yet again. First with their cheating, they tainted my man's legacy. Now Verlander's considered a cheater too for no reason. He's even more innocent than Altuve. What good would the pitching? What good would the buzzers do for Verlander? He doesn't hit anyway. We did a football stream. We did the Colts and the Bills, Squat.
Quite honestly, until you put together that one solid year, every time.
'Twas a good time. 'Twas a good time.
Trying to figure out things, and until you get that one big year under your belt.
Colts and the Bills was the only thing I had enough remote interest of watching. All these other matchups I had was like, oh, these all suck. Like I was looking at them like, ugh. All of them didn't inspire courage or confidence this evening.
You don't miss starts, you know your work habits and what you have to do between starts. They may vary.
The only one with other intrigue was the Seahawks and Steelers, and that's mainly because like all the teams need to like they got all, like there's a lot of position battles going on in Detroit and Seattle, or with Seattle and Pittsburgh, so kind of that would have been cool, but Cowboys are? I thought you just said Astros. Oh, you like the Cowboys though? Yeah. Astros, Dodgers. Yeah, Dodgers are. They gotta be going. Them or the Padres as they rally around Tatis using roids. Thanks to his mentor Robinson Cano. Robbie Cano, don't you know not to take his advice?
We need to remind ourselves that this is just the 23rd major league start for Matt Manning in his career.
And that's going to be a pop out. Should be the second out of the inning, and it is 2 away. Runner at first, 2 away.
Harold was thinking about his longer.
Man, my back is tender today.
You don't want to run into the big fella, huh?
Fucking too many bitches, dude.
Sophie's looking at him like, hey, little feller, get over there.
Yeah, it should just be Tatis using roids. To be fair, though, a bunch of other people are coming forward and being like, hey, I've been prescribed that medication for ringworm before. A bunch of people are literally coming out going, well, you know, when I had ringworm from when I worked out, I literally got this shit. There's a couple people I've seen. I don't know if they're just being, like, silly. But, like, It does seem like it's a common medication used to treat ringworm. Even though I don't think it's a good idea to give a fungus steroids, but you know, whatever. There's probably just something else in it that's and those roids. So I mean, it really actually could have been an accident, but I mean, still, you got to be smarter about what the fuck you put in your body. Again, maybe it's he doesn't read English that well. Hopefully, he gets his medication in his language. He reads well, but.
And they're all laughing, and you say to yourself, how do you not like that guy?
Right. And then they're walking down
You
the
know,
hallway.
it's just something to think about. He's got to be a little bit better, smarter with his decision making on shit like that. He needs to produce like a prescription for whatever the hell he was given and be like, "See, I told you I got it for ringworm."
Though you may not understand exactly what they're saying, you can't help but laugh along. It just seems
For like his own legacy's sake, he needs to like produce those documents. It's 3-0, 3-1.
3-1 now.
Because those are that's a really fast track way to get yourself out of the Hall of Fame if it's not a misunderstanding situation.
Manning gives the leadoff hit again, so it's not an easy inning, but it can be a relatively carefree inning for him if he can record an out right now. Oh, man.
first walk allowed by Mac Manning tonight.
Right at the top.
Well, it'll be 2 on and 2 out. That was a bad call.
This one is in the zone.
I don't know how that one missed.
Come on, Hunter.
That was literally right at the top of the zone. I don't understand how that missed. Boo. Do I think A-Rod? No. No. He's like one of the poster boys of steroids. There's no way he's making it in. Even with the post-career, rehabilitation of his image, with like the writers and stuff, I don't think he's making it. I mean, we're gonna find out soon. Is this his first year of eligibility this year? If I'm not mistaken, this is year number 1. He's eligible to be put on the ballot. Hey, by the way, thank you again to everyone who's left a like. If you haven't done so, please consider doing so. It'll help the stream out quite a bit. Get some people in here. That's an RBI base hit for Jimenez. It'll be first and third, 2 away, bottom of the 4th of a tie game. Now up is Abreu. Hey, that sucks. Jimenez finally strikes and does so with an RBI base hit. There's no I spelled it right. In 2022. Oh, he's already on the Hall of Fame vote. He received 34.4%. Okay. He didn't have very good. He's below 35. Uh-oh.
Now Jose Abreu stands in.
This was the first year. He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, so.
Tipped it into Haas's glove, 0-1.
Well, he's on the ballot.
Pretty healthy swing there.
Sometimes that third out can be so tough to come by.
Yeah. The hardest thing for a young pitcher.
Damn. I mean Ortiz made it, and he's got steroid rumors out the wazoo. So I guess it's not impossible for old Aroyd.
The inning can get away from you.
But I don't know. His is like concrete proven. I think he's even admitted doing steroids. Ortiz adamantly denies it, and they got no solid proof. It's kind of like the Barry Bonds thing. They're just doing that because they hate Barry Bonds. He's a bit of a prick. 1-1. Like, that has less to do with they have solid evidence. All they got on Barry Bonds, I believe, there might be a singular positive test, which would pretty much be all the evidence they need, right? You would think. But I don't know if they have that even. 1-2 on Abreu. I think all they got is like a bunch of hearsay of people saying they've seen him do it. And it's like, well, yeah, he clearly did, but it's also like, well, they got good evidence? Not really. And I think that's how he won a perjury case. Or, I don't know what the most ongoing things with Barry Bonds' legal cases, but I'm pretty sure he won that shit. That was the perjury case. Which is like, well, I mean, that puts into some doubt. Kyler Murray called plays in the fourth quarter, and it went punt, punt, end of game. So Kyler basically was the reason the Cardinals' offense yesterday went. Something tells me he was talking some shit or something. And thought calling plays was as simple as like, yeah, let's just go with the run. Like a Madden thing or something. I don't know what he was thinking. Oh yeah, I also seen something that was very funny today. Someone posted that there was a discussion about the FaZe Clan kids, and they're like, those kids. Someone's like, who even are them people? And someone's like, dude, they were on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and they showed me the picture. There was 4 nerdy dudes in the back, and then I seen LeBron James Jr. and Kyler Murray in the front, and they're like, they were talking about FaZe Clan and athletes in gaming, and I was like, yeah, this has less to do with FaZe Clan, but it seems like more so to do with LeBron Jr. and Kyler Murray playing video games professionally. I don't think it would matter if they played for any other organization, but you know, it wouldn't have mattered who they were with. It would have been that's who the puff piece would have been on. But you know, hey, they're in the right group. It's cool that those guys got to be in Sports Illustrated, but it's like, well, it's probably mainly because you guys got 2 pretty big name athletes signed to the group. More so than, you know, Sports Illustrated giving a shit about esports.
You know, sometimes I wish I focus like that all the time.
Maybe they care. I don't fucking know.
It is what it is. We'll see.
Couldn't imagine yet that they do. Still don't think it's quite young enough at that place for them to care about esports.
Pro sports is hard, and these guys will use anything they can to give themselves some motivation, to give themselves a lift, to drive themselves.
Damn, this is this very slow chat. Did I disconnect?
And he just uses it as fuel to feed that fire.
No, I don't think so. Damn, this thing's not gonna load, is it?
Not only in this series so far, but in the last one as well.
Yeah, no question. He plays better.
This thing is breaking every 20 seconds these days. 1 and 2 now on Reyes.
Well, I got to know Reggie Jackson as a player, and got to know him even better.
That'll be a ground ball. Should be the first out of the inning, and oh, barely, but it was. Now up is Baez with 1 away. No, I don't really watch college football. It's not really my thing. Who's your you just like what are you a Texas fan?
I asked Reggie Jackson because I remember him coming into Old Tiger Stadium. And
yeah, I don't. I'm not really into it.
Would start booing him, and I go, "How do you handle that?" He says, "I just turn it into cheers." And I think that's what Javi basically does.
You go to Oregon? Oh, okay. Hell yeah, man. That's what's up.
I hate you or I love you type.
So you're a Ducks fan? Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I'm a fan of my college that I'm going to grad school at, which is Central Michigan. The Central Michigan, you know. There's this weird Ohio school that's like, oh, we're the Ohio State, but it's like, yeah, but we're the Central Michigan. We got weird, talented teams. We got a good baseball team. That's all we got right now, I think. We might still have good gymnastics. I don't know. Wow. 1 and 2 now to Baez. We're one of those schools, though, if you have a good year, the whole team just leaves in the transfer portal now. So it's like, ah, well, it was nice being good for a little bit. And down goes the Baez on a strikeout. Who's throwing a no-hitter?
Well, we know one thing about Javi is
St. Louis is no-hitting the fucking Brewers right now. That's crazy. It's Adam Wainwright too. There's a good shot of that game actually going that way. That's pretty crazy. I bet the sports critics going all hype right now. Ball 1 to Castro.
That take right there that Harold just had, basically stood still and watched the ball travel, eyeballed it. It's the hardest thing for a pitcher to recognize what he's trying to do off of you when he freezes.
Pops it up. Behind second base, Garcia waving everybody away. Second straight inning in which Giolito.
Well, that ends the inning, unfortunately. I don't know what the fuck is this? Why is it over? Why is it just like doing random shit? You know, that just did that all by its lonesome. I had no input control on why that, like, for some reason there's just no way to control when this decides to just do its own thing and start moving up and down. It'll be Grandal, Vaughn, and Sheets. Grandal, Vaughn, and Sheets. 5, 6, and 7. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. It's a 4-4 game. Yeah, Wainwright's trying to still have it. He's about to be through 6 with the no-no. So we'll see if he can finish out. Oh. Yeah, I think this will be the last time this microphone sits like this in the stream. I'm not a big fan of the way this is oriented. I'm going to play with some fucking angles and shit tonight. Just got to unscrew it and look what devices I got that'll work with this and see how I can hold her up. I'd like to have it coming like up. You know what I mean? Like something where I can go like this and then set it in front of me like that. But I almost need like something to vertically hang it on to do that. I don't fucking know. See, this almost works. But I'd rather it be like this. I don't have anything like that. And see, maybe if I could have that come out like this, and then it comes in like that, and then
Craft Beer Night presented by Atwater Brewery, Saturday, September 3rd, when the Tigers face the Royals at 610 at Comerica Park. Special ticket.
Yeah, okay, I kind of got it in my head how it's gonna have to break down.
Free T-shirt and more. For tickets, visit tigers.com/.
That and sideways in, and then bend it back this way. That should give me a swing this way.
Come on, why not?
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll have this figured out by the next time I stream. I don't like the way that this was a temporary solution anyway. I just hope it's long enough to reach its new destination.
This is Yasmani Grandal leading off the Chicago 5th, and then it'll be Andrew Vaughn and Gavin Sheets.
Anyway, 1-1 to Grandal.
Pretty even game right now. Looks like Giolito.
And he gets a pop out. That should be the, well, maybe he does. I don't know. Ooh, Badu with the long running play. He makes a good catch. He barely does, but he makes a good catch. Great job, Mr. Badu. That's what you're valuable for, is you're really, really quick and you play halfway decent defense. Hell yeah, good job.
I'm not sure he picked it up again.
God, if only he could hit. He'd be such a great player. We need to fire a cool ball.
But then he has a long run and he slides. And whenever you slide,
I can't wait till we can get rid of that guy. He's the worst. I'm telling you, 90% of our problems are also fixed if we get rid of that dude.
his hands underneath it. The ball bobbled a little bit, but he hung on. Baseball. Love this game.
Cradled it like a baby. You're right, Jack. That was
Damn, Wainwright's through 6 with a no-hitter. Sheesh.
Vaughn with a heavy cut and a miss. 1-1.
Once it's, I'm going to bring up a mirror stream, so I'm going to give him a hard time.
Strikeout in the second, single in the third. Fouled away, 1-2. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Chicago. 4 runs, 7 hits, and an error for Detroit. Base hit to right.
Oh, sure. Where the fuck did he go?
Kid knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
You know, what's crazy is that's a 10th Chicago hit or 11th. A whole bunch of hits, all I can say.
Oh, I gotta unmute him. I don't have him unmuted.
I've been in these games where you say to yourself,
What's he saying?
What do I got to do to have a clean inning? You just got to keep plugging along. I heard a youth coach tell some young kids,
Strike.
you know you're going to have adversity.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's never going to go
For
away.
the Tigers
You just
game.
keep swimming. You just keep moving forward. You just accept it.
Who's winning in that
That's
game?
what you have to do in these games. So right back to the grindstone. Work through it.
All right, peace. All right, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. That was funny though. Do you think Aaron Judge is going to get the record? What's he at right now?
It's fouled at the plate. It's 0-2.
Let me hear something really quick. What's he at? 46.
Tigers bullpen seeing some activity. Yeah, 46.
Okay, I predict that pretty good.
You see the picture of Manning, 81.
What's the record? 70 something, or do we still call it 61 because a bunch of steroid users broke it? 2 down now on a strikeout. Good job there by Matt Manning to get another out there. He's up to 4 Ks this evening and puts down sheets on strikes. Here's Garcia.
Foul tip, but I don't even know if it was. Good job by
No, I don't think so. I think the record's like 73 or some crazy horse shit like that.
battling here tonight. This is a battle for him.
So no, a lot of people say like, the chase really is just breaking 60 because very few guys have ever done it. So I don't know. The chase to 60 is always fun. Will he hit 60?
Little giddy up top of the zone. Beat him.
Probably. I would imagine so. We'll see though. He's got to hit 14 more by the end of the season to get to 60. Can he get there? Phew.
He's letting it fly right now.
That one popped the glove at 95.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of time left. There's this month and next month.
1-2 to Leori Garcia.
And we got a 1 and 2 count here on Garcia. Let's get out of the 5th and head to the 6th. 1 pitch left. Well, actually, I guess there's quite a few pitches that can be thrown before the inning ends, but you know, you get the idea anyway. Struck him on. Let's go. Yay. Just doing hilarious voices. By the way, if you guys want something funny to watch, the creators of South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, are on tour with I think a band called like Weens and Primus, and they just did a I don't know if they're on tour or if they're just doing some shows, but they're at the Red Rocks in Colorado, the Red Rocks Amphitheater, and they're doing it's a bunch of music with Primus and stuff, and it's a bunch of South Park songs, a bunch of like their songs from their various projects that they've made. It's pretty cool. It's a fun listen to, especially if you enjoy the music that those two guys make. It's pretty funny. There's plenty of record. I think it's going to be released as a special at some point. So, you know, if you're just going to wait, but you can watch the whole thing online. It has pretty decent recordings of the audio. I mean, you know, it's pretty fucking shaky cell phone in the crowd recordings, but the Red Rocks records really, like, it has decent acoustics because of, you know, it's a really nice place. Anyway, it'll be Haas, Candelario, and Carpenter. Oh shit, the big dog Carp. He's about to hit a home run this inning. I already got told how the script is gonna go.
Market regular season games live or on demand, plus MLB Big Inning. Blackout and other restrictions do apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. We are into the 6th here in Chicago in a tie ball game. Chris Fetter talking with starter Matt Manning, who appears to be done after 5 innings of work, giving up 4 runs.
Watching Ian Book play is like watching a toddler throw a football. Yeah, oh yeah, the Saints get. Oh yeah, I forgot. A lot of you guys are watching football right now too. Can only imagine some of the way these games are going. Let's take a peek, actually. Whoa. Wow. Seahawks are trailing. It's 10-17 in favor of the Steelers. Dolphins lead the Buccaneers 20-14, and Saints lead the Texans 7-3. At least that's my that's what it says on NFL.com. Just for a quick scores update from around the NFL. He makes it. Damn, that's not good. Making Taysom Hill look like a competent quarterback is grounds for immediate release from my football team. He'd be my litmus test guy. I'd be like, hey, if you're not better than this guy, just don't even bother. Here's Haas. And there goes Haas with the 1 and 2. Oh, I thought it was 2 strikes. Now it's a 1 and 2 count.
That gave the Tigers a 4-3 lead before Chicago tied it in the 4th.
Oh, hey. You freaking can't say that.
But it looks like he's starting to gain some
I'm a freaking ban you.
up a tick.
Don't troll, dude. You got anything to say for yourself, dude?
Something a little more than what he's seen so far. Like, how about from July 8th against Giolito? This home run right here, 1 of 10 on the season.
All right.
The only homer he has off the Chicago
I won't ban
start of
you.
his career.
You can be the only person that watches my Twitch channel. It's all yours. Oh, I thought I missed a Candelario home run. I was like, damn, dude, I always miss his home runs. I'm so glad we have Andy Dalton as a backup, even though he is trash too. Yeah. At least it's a halfway decent, like, if you gotta have a guy for a game. Not terrible, I guess. Damn, Wainwright's about to be through 7 with a no-hitter. If you can get one more out, that's 2 outs right there. If this goes bottom 7, that means he's through 7.
San Diego's got that chain. So everybody's got a little something. I like that. Love the personality that it displays. Candelario's grounded out twice.
Ooh-wee. That's pretty exciting. Anyway, 1 and 1. 2 and 1 to Candelario. Oh, they got a base hit. There it goes. Oh.
A July 2nd start against Cleveland when the Guardians touched him for 6.
Damn it.
There's one up the middle.
Mid-right choked.
Candelario's retired for the 3rd time.
I always knew that Wainwright guy was.
Make yourself the favorite in sports betting by
No
checking
good.
out Live on the Line, the all-new show that covers overs, unders, and everything in between. Live on the Line, weekdays on Valley Sports Detroit.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's Kerry Carpenter.
Well, this would be a great time.
Hey, we're up to 14 likes. I appreciate that, you guys.
Show the Tiger fans why he was
Yeah, I was going to say Olave looks crisp in practice.
Pokes it foul.
So I would imagine he probably looks pretty solid so far at this point anyway.
Runs in the minor leagues. Julie is right there in the middle, the one without the phone, just the nervous look on her face. Couldn't hold it.
I was going to say he went 0-2, fucking bitch. 0-2 on Kerry Carpenter. By the way, thank you to everyone who's left a like. We're getting pretty close to the like goal of 20. If you haven't left one, consider doing so. Helps the stream out. Might get a few more people in here, get the chat going a bit. You never know. You never know.
All the games that they watched.
Strike 3 called. Carpenter sits down on 3 pitches.
And Carpenter strikes out on 3 pitches. It'll be Harrison, Pollock, and Moncada. Harrison, Pollock, and Moncada here in the bottom of the 6th. 4-4 game. Probably going to be receiver 3. Yeah, no, Thomas is back. I would be pretty excited if I was a fan of your team. Getting our guy back. Oh, my stomach hurts. We'll see how everything goes with that. We'll see. You got Marquez Callaway. Is he good? I have no. Is he I don't know who that is. I'll be honest with you. And I apologize. I should probably know who that is. But I don't know. Guess I don't. I'm blanking hard. Was he on your team last year? Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh. Oh, that's not bad at all. That's pretty promising, actually. Especially on a team that was kind of like dealing with some shit. Like no quarterback all year. That's actually pretty solid. I'm guessing a lot of his stats happened before Jameis Winston got hurt. I might have to go use the bathroom in a second, you guys. I don't know if I can hold for another hour plus like this. I don't think I can do it. So I'm going to have to use the bathroom once the game pops back on. I'm waiting so I can turn up the volume a little bit.
Closest dealer for exceptional offers all month long. And by Miller Lite, the official domestic beer of the Detroit Tigers. On this date,
So I'm gonna listen to the game this way.
Lou Whitaker hit an inside the park 3-run homer
I'll be right back.
at Comiskey Park.
Oh.
That year, he would roll to the Rookie of the Year honors. Wallside windows pitching change. Will Vest is in here in the 6th in relief of Matt Manning. He will get the 9-1 and 2 hitters. It starts with Josh Harrison, then A.J. Pollock, and Yohan Moncada.
Good effort by Matt Manning tonight. It wasn't the numbers wise. It wasn't his sexiest outing, I would say, but what a battle he gave. And he leaves the game in a deadlock tie at 4, turns it over to the bullpen. They need 4 innings and try to figure out a way to get a run.
86 pitches for Matt Manning tonight. 62 of them he threw for strikes. Josh Harrison went 1 for 2 against Matt Manning. Fouled away. Another one, punch foul.
If you're a young, aspiring baseball player and an offensive player and you're watching a game like this, I hope you're noticing how many fastballs in today's game at the major league level are thrown at the top of the strike zone or above it. You know, it seemed like most pitchers during my time in the big leagues were encouraged to throw the balls down around the knees. They were trying to get ground balls. And to be honest with you, a lot of the infields have a lot longer grass than they do today. Today fields are manicured almost identical. There's more uniformity with all baseball parks at the major league level. but we were encouraged to try to get ground balls, and if we got strikeouts, they were supposed to be down. Hardly anybody other than Jim Palmer and maybe Roger Clemens lived up high in the zone. It was always breaking balls down, fastballs down. And yet today we have seen a steady diet of fastballs up in the high 90s, top of the zone.
Little blooper to Harold Castro one away. Why do you think that is?
I think they've kind of learned that it works and it succeeds. And I want to show you what Matt Manning was able to do today. We're going to look back at his 5 innings of work, and it was work for him. But for the most part, I think he's going to be feeling pretty good about it. Early in the ball game, you saw a couple fastballs down. There's a good breaking ball, but Sheets down in the bottom of the zone. And then when the going got tough, he was able to rear back and let that fastball fly at the top of the zone. Gets Abreu and Garcia and a handshake from his pitching coach, Chris Fetter.
That's our Xfinity high-speed pitch. Reyes giving chase, and that's off the netting.
Will Vest, he does have an electric arm at times. He touches that upper 90s, 97 already here tonight. And when things are going good for him, he can drop that breaking ball of his own, kind of lock up. That's more of the lockup pitch for him. But his bread and butter is the fastball.
Fouled away.
98.
Saw Will Vest last on Thursday against Cleveland. Through an inning, gave up a couple of hits, and struck out 1. Tigers lost that game by a run in 10 to the Guardians.
I could almost see Will Vest trying to guide that slider right there. His body kind of rushed. You know, when you stay back and all the stars are lined up, your body's in a good sync and rhythm. Your release point, the ball comes naturally out of your hand. Sometimes you force it. Pitching coaches tell you sometimes you grip it too hard. But he was trying to guide that slider previous pitch, and he pulled it right into the dirt. See that last fastball, much more free and easy, and 98. Sometimes, you know, that number 1 is so much easier to throw than number 2 or number 3.
1-2, cued to first. Castro and Vest combined to retire A.J. Pollock, and there are 2 away. Up walks Yoan Moncada. You see the average for Moncada under 200. Super disappointing for White Sox fans. His on-base percentage is even more startling. It's at 26.5%. He led all major league third basemen in that category a year ago. Oh, 2-2.
Vest doing a good job of winning that battle 2 strikes again here with Moncada at the plate.
That's the first 1-2-3 inning for the Tigers tonight. He gets Moncada looking, and we are through 6 in Chicago. Bottom of the 8th when shortstop Trevor Walls blasts this 2-run homer to right to put the game on ice at the Trop. Rays win it 8-2 over Baltimore. They're now in sole possession of the 3rd wild card spot in the American League. Taylor Walls doesn't have a whole lot of pop, but he did here today earlier against Baltimore. Former Oriole Jonathan Scope swings at the first pitch here to lead off the 7th. And skies it to right center. A.J. Pollock takes control. Here's the American League wild card. Toronto and Seattle in the 1 and 2 spots. Tampa 2 back. Minnesota and Baltimore still breathing heavy.
I like that.
It's tough playing catch up.
Yeah, you gotta sprint to the finish, right?
Yeah.
After a long race.
Akil Baddoo is 1 for 2. An infield single and a run scored in the 2nd. And he struck out swinging in the 4th.
Detroit needs base runners. Giolito's had a few shutdown innings here. Just need to get him back out of the stretch. Make him work a little bit.
Base hit to left for Akil Baddoo.
Take a look at this pretty swing by Baddoo. It's a fastball, pretty much middle. Baddoo just inside out swing. It's like he knew there was nobody there, and that's where he wanted to place it. Did a nice job. He's on base. Now will AJ take a hold of this game?
That looked 2021-esque, didn't it?
Yeah.
That swing right there.
That's what you get so excited about. And what excites me even more is his speed on the base pass, his ability to maybe get into scoring position. With 1 out, can the Tigers do the little things to generate a run?
Riley Green did a big thing to generate 3 runs in the 2nd. The base is loaded at 2 away. He smoked a double off the left field wall.
Giolito has got a pretty good slide step. He gets rid of the ball. Now we talked about Yasmani Grandal as the catcher. A lot of times he will drop the ball, trying to be too quick to get rid of it.
You mentioned that last night, and then almost on cue, he did exactly that.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh shit.
Probably trying to pick the spot. Get Baddoo in motion.
I fucking shitted it out hard, brother.
Up high, it's 2-0 to Riley Green.
All right, I gotta turn it down a little bit now, though. It was probably a little loud.
Last pitch, I thought Giolito did a nice job of holding.
Audio good though. It's like a good mix.
The longer you hold,
Halfway decent mix anyway.
quite honestly, the more the
Excuse me.
He doesn't get to get
Let's
that
see. It's 4-4 game. Top of the 7th.
sometimes.
1 out, 1 on, 2-0 count. 2-1 count. That wasn't a strike though. Feel a lot better though. My fucking stomach doesn't hurt anymore, which is pretty nice. Got like a whole second win from that. Oh shit, my hair's all messed up though.
2-1, back to Giolito. There's 1, there's 2. Got himself out of it.
Well, that'll end the 7th.
And we stretch at Guaranteed Rate Field. Brought to you by
All right, it'll be Jimenez, Abreu, and Grandal. Jimenez, Abreu, and Grandal. Riley Green grounded into a double play. Yeah. Yeah, send him back to AAA, right? Oh no, we only did that with Torkelson. Okay. But yeah, it's been a good game. It's been a decent game so far, anyway. Daniel, how's it going? Welcome from Cuba. How you doing, man? Time to call him up. Call him up. Just like we do with Kerry Carpenter, right? Call him up. We interrupted this man's like record-breaking MLB MILB season for this. Poor feller. Apparently there was some loud sound hurtling through the air. What was this?
What's that?
Oh. Oh, that is a weird sound. That one caught it pretty good. I guess it was a meteor. Pretty cool. Never know what you're gonna hear, you know. You're just outside and. He's not leading in home runs anymore. Oh no, poor Kerry Carpenter. They took his records. What's going on? Is my stream all fucked up? No. What's going on? Just gotta refresh it.
Joe Jimenez is here working the 7th, and he will face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. It is a wall-side windows pitching change. Joe Jimenez in his 48th appearance, and the numbers are impressive.
He's had a good year, Shep. We've talked about it several times. A couple road bumps, but that's going to happen. It's a lot of opportunities.
Hopefully the audio is still good.
Yeah.
Blowing away, and it's 1-2. Eloy Jimenez tied it up in the 4th with an RBI single. Chicago scoring that run with 2 away.
It's a little too loud. Okay.
Against Matt Manning. Will Vest was great in the last inning, and now Jimenez grounds one to short. Baez takes his time, rifles it over to first, and there's 1 away. Now a message from your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Returning AZ Plan lessees can order an F-150 today and lease it for $299 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
And that'll be the first out of the inning. Jimenez grounds out. Now up is Abreu.
We showed you the numbers earlier, best in Major League Baseball in terms of earned run average. They've relied on their bullpen all season long.
Oh, great. Now I got the pop-up filled one. That's cool.
For all the relievers.
Oh, my fucking God. Oh, dude, this site, so I hate this fucking site so much. It's like literally the worst fucking site on the world. Come on. Oh, no. I already see what this one's gonna be.
Bases for the bullpen guys.
Abreu grounds one in the
Yeah, it's a pretty good game so far. I have to check on something.
Baez pulls Castro off the bag. Might have been a tough play anyway. And Abreu is aboard with 1 out.
You know, as strong an arm that Javi Baez has, if he could have fielded it cleanly, he might have had a chance. You got to give Harold Castro credit here. You see him bobble it. Ball.
Why is that so loud?
Twice. And then he throws it up the line. Look at the job and the effort of Harold Castro.
I don't saludos. I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry.
Little things that sometimes go unnoticed, but That ball thrown into the camera well.
I love when people are super helpful about the audio.
So those are little things that really help keep this game in check.
Grandal pops it up. It's foul.
All right, I think that sounds pretty solid.
Tigers expecting Grandal to pull.
No, that was good. Ugh. Thanks for all the help on that, everybody.
Staying in on him there. He tries the inside out. It gets jammed a little bit.
Saw Reynaldo Lopez last night for Chicago. Looks like we're going to see him again here tonight.
It was good to get that feedback on the audio and everything. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Captain? How's it going? 0-2 count. 2 away, or 1 away here in the bottom half of the 7th.
This one to deep center field. Green going back. He's got it at the base of the wall. Abreu tags and moves to second. Overslid it. Baez thought he got him. Abreu able to reach back and hold on.
It's probably the most single frustrating thing is when I ask like the easiest question in the world and just nobody answers it. It's like, I mean, you don't even got to think about it.
They take a look at this. George Lombard is talking to his guys.
Oh, oh, wait a minute. I think they got the guy trying to tag and go.
You saw Abreu tagging, and then who's going to do it? Boy,
I'd like to see a replay of the Abreu play.
A tag on as quick as anybody.
Agreed. And what a throw by Riley Green.
Yeah,
Let's see. 2 down. Green makes a nice throw in. And
he would have been out.
okay, I think he missed him. He missed him.
Just want to keep the glove on the runner because you see Abreu slide off the bag and come back.
This will be a better angle.
The umpire sees. Jerry Lane, the crew chief.
Yeah, he missed him. Just missed him.
Baez thought he got him on the elbow before his hand ever touched, but I'm not sure that angle that we just saw was clear enough to see it.
Great acting by Baez, but you know that's all that really was. Wait, let me see from this angle again. I wasn't paying the greatest attention. More than likely, he's safe at second, though.
Too much dirt there. This one might show it. No.
Unless he's out, obviously, from that last angle. Here we go. Here's a little bit better one.
Boy, Baez is walking off. So is Castro. So is Candelora.
Did he hit him?
So is Badu. You're right, though, about Baez. Could he slap a tag?
After review, the call stands. The runner's safe.
Tigers will have to go back to their positions.
Baez sure seems to think the guy's out. I don't know why he thinks that. I don't think so. Am I missing the most obvious tag like hit ever?
Won't endear him to the crowd anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is Baez doing? He really. Unless it was just that was a really bad no call or not overturn.
That's Javi's reaction to what he saw on the video board.
Crowd just relishing that review right there. Here's Andrew Vaughn. He has singled to right his last 2 times up. Drove in the 2 runs for Chicago last night. Has a big run waiting at second base here tonight in a 4-4 ball game.
Yeah, this is the ball game right here. You're Joe Jimenez, you got a runner now in scoring position with Abreu getting awarded the bag. And you've got
What are you talking about? It's 4-4.
This is what
Oh, Emmanuel.
This is it right now. I mean, the game doesn't
You're spoiling?
get any bigger than this for him.
That's pretty lame. You've been here long enough to know there's a really strict no rule. Like no spoiling rule. So you gotta go, man. You're at least timed out for a while. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. It's pretty yeah, it's pretty shitty. You spoiled your team taking the lead like that.
Like a slider, Shep, that
So,
just sort
I
of
mean,
stayed out
you
over
don't
the
really need to
outside
be here.
corner. And Vaughn does a great job of keeping it up in the middle.
You broke one of these channels' 2 rules, man, and it's a pretty staunch, strict rule too at that.
Goes back with that extra 90.
You'll be pretty quickly removed for violating it. There's really no discussion. I don't expect you to come back and try to debate it on it. And if you do, it's like, well, I'll just hide you. Don't need spoilers watching my channel. That shit's annoying as fuck.
He's upset about the call that wasn't overturned at second base without question.
Yeah, but it's not their job to do it. Jerry Lane made the call. There's a bunch of guys in New York that decided what the call would be. So you're kind of wasting your time if you're arguing with the guy.
Hinch is pretty pissed.
I think AJ's explaining, look, I'm not upset with you. Jerry thought he might be.
Yeah, I guess AJ Hinch could argue this. He's the one who made the original call, and it wasn't definitive enough to overturn it. And he called him out like AJ
Hinch is giving the ump a earful.
Perhaps that would have stood as it was called as well. But either way, Hinch makes the move, and he brings in Andrew Chafin. AJ Hinch doesn't want to get tossed on.
I don't think there was clear enough evidence to. If he's arguing about that overturn, that non-overturn on that call, I would have to argue back like, I don't know. It's pretty obvious that he was there's not the best evidence.
Right here, this throw from Riley Green, Javier Baez. Watch how quick this tag is. It could have ended the inning right there on the elbow. Andrew Chafin is in from the bullpen. It's a wall side win.
Yeah, he's still pissed off. I'm guessing he thinks that was obvious enough contact on the arm there to be overturned.
Yeah, and he's coming in basically because there's a left-hander in Gavin.
Was AJ ejected or no? Not quite.
And he does such a
Oh well, Chafin's in now with the runner at first and 2 away. It's a 5-4 game in favor of the White Sox.
get the guys off the field.
By the way, thank you. We're up to 17. Or no, wait, that's an actual video. We're up to 19 likes. So if you haven't left a like, consider doing so. It'll get us. You could be the 20th like of the stream. If we would have used the shift, we would have got it.
Sheets grounds it foul.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't think you really shift against him.
Short and he struck out.
He's one of them hitters you probably are better off not utilizing the shift against.
Gets ahead in the count.
He went 0-2.
There is very little demand for this channel for baseball anymore. Where the hell is all the normal people at?
Or the averages are for left-handers. Does a great job.
Stream's boring. I don't know if I want to finish this shit. Most like, I don't know. Fucking.
Low and away. 1 and 2 to Gavin Sheets.
Hey, we have 20 likes. I appreciate that, everybody. Very cool.
Make mistakes over the middle of the plate.
At least it's halfway over. The game's pretty well over. We got the 8th, 9th, and that's it.
But he is not going to leave.
Easy enough. Easy enough.
He'll try to entice
1 and 2.
He did entice the swing and strikes him out. The inning is over, but Chicago reclaims the lead. They're up 5-4 as we head to the 8th on Valley Sports.
Last year, there were over 2,800 motorcycle crashes here in Michigan. It's no coincidence when bikers go down, our name comes up. The Mike Morse Law Firm. Injured on a bike?
No, yep. All right, we got out of it. Let's head to the bottom or top of the 8th. It'll be Reyes, Baez, and Castro. Reyes, Baez, and Castro. Top of the 8th coming up. It's 5-4 White Sox. Should be interesting anyway. Oh, now it has commercials and shit. This is a wild ass link. Oh well. I'll mute the game as soon as it pops back on. Yep, great talk. Yeah, no, it's fine. Just don't spoil, dude. Next time I'll ban you. I don't have very many rules here, man. Just don't do that. You could verbally hear me say where I'm at in the game. So it's really hard to be like, I just didn't know. It's like, well, dude, I constantly say the pitch count like 3 times before every pitch. But all good. No harm done. Both pitchers kind of got hit around pretty good. Giolito pitched a couple innings extra. Lopez is now pitching for the White Sox. Lopez is in the pitch. Reynaldo Lopez against the Tigers now. It'll be Reyes, Baez, and Castro. Ooh, I got unmuted.
Look at, I wasn't arguing the call at all. So by this time, I think he'd already been thrown out, is what I'm saying. So they had a discussion. And it wasn't
heated.
Heated, no.
If we've gotten to the point, and we don't know exactly what we said, George Lombard, the bench coach, will now serve as acting manager. If we've gotten to the point where the managers can't even discuss things closely or vigorously for their teams with managers, unless they get kicked or before they get kicked out, then it's gone a little bit too far. But again, we don't know exactly what was said. We do know that George Lombard will be calling the shots from here on out, and we know that Reynaldo Lopez is in for Chicago here in the 8th. His second straight appearance, his 40th overall last night. He was pretty darn good, throwing up a scoreless inning for Chicago in their victory.
You know, this is a former starting pitcher that is kind
Do we have anything to give him? Strike one.
Sox in the pen. He's got a resilient arm, live arm. Fastballs in the upper 90s.
Reyes sends it in the air to center. A.J. Pollock is under it. Actually, that's Adam Engel who's now into the ball game. Engel in for defensive purposes.
0-1. And should be the first out of the inning as long as there isn't an error. One away, sadly. One out here in the top of the 8th. Now up is Javier Baez. Be right back. 2 seconds.
Javier Baez. Big cut and miss to the delight of the 29,458 in attendance here in Chicago.
Well, he didn't shorten up and go to right on that swing.
No, he did. Doesn't do that very often, does he? Another swing on it.
Yeah, right there. Javi will lose that one every single time with a big swing. That ball was by him before he even got the bat off his shoulder. That's the one pitch that a guy with a great fastball could kind of mess with him. Now it's the slider that he has to worry about.
All right. 0-2 on Baez.
Back to that very same fastball.
Ooh,
Low and away.
the fuck is taking so long?
Baez quieted the crowd in the first with a single. Got them cheering in the third with a pop-up. And then had them
Well, they'll pitch eventually.
fifth when he struck out swinging.
Ball 1. Oh, shit.
Eight strikeouts for the Tigers tonight. Here's Harold Castro with 2 outs.
You talk about pure stuff. Ronaldo Lopez may have better pure stuff than their closer, Liam Hendricks.
Pops the glove at 98, 1-0.
Last night we saw him throw a couple fastballs at 100 miles an hour.
Inside 2-0. Castro's 1 for 3 tonight. He singled and scored in the third. That's when the Tigers took the lead 4-3. And Chicago able to score 1 in their half of the fourth and then 1 in the seventh.
Here's the 1-0.
And they're up by a run.
2-0. 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Need to stand up for a little bit. My back's bothering the shit out of me.
The 2-0 fouled away.
Toit. Toit like a toiga.
Tigers trying to snap a 5-game losing streak here tonight.
Well, where we are right now.
What up, Kenny?
One-run game.
How's it going?
We've got to find a way to get back even first.
Probably pretty close to like number 20. Like 21.
You talk about a moving
There isn't many.
fastball at almost 100 miles an hour, and then that hammer right there starts about
But thank you guys nonetheless for all the likes. I appreciate it. We hit the like goal, which is pretty much just all we're trying to do on the stream. So, oh, you've been busy with football. You having a good time with it?
Smoke to right center for a base hit.
Bet you've been enjoying it and
Another 2-hit game for
what's
Harold
not.
Castro.
Hell yeah, that's good.
Keeps the inning alive. Don't
Glad to
miss
hear you're having a good
the
time.
Tigres celebration Friday, August 19th, when the Tigers host the Angels at 7:10. Gates open at 5 o'clock, and the first 10,000 fans, 21.
Ah, yeah, Castro with the base hit. 2-out single for Castro. That'll bring up Haas with 2 away and a runner on.
All right, here's Eric Haas. Remember, we told you earlier, A.J. Hinch said he wanted Haas in there, understanding that it's kind of a feast or famine here against Lucas Giolito, but that's exactly what it was. He had an RBI double against him, but a couple of strikeouts as well. Take strike 1.
We have about 60 or 70 boys. Well, that's not bad.
Well, he can
Sounds like a pretty full roster.
That's another reason. You look at the back end of this game, you got a lot of guys coming out of the White Sox pen that are.
It'll be strike one to Haas.
Eric Haas not too afraid of velocity.
A little late on that 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
That was by him.
Oh and 2. Swing and a miss by Haas. Now it'll be 0-2 with the runner at first and 2 away in the bottom, or in the top of the 8th, rather. Sorry. 5-4 White Sox lead the Tigers.
That's it for Detroit in the 8th.
I consistently get this wrong the first time I watch the Tigers play away after a while.
Popped the glove at 99 to end Eric Haas's at bat.
During Toyota's national sales event, we're working hard to deliver new Toyotas so you can enjoy the last of summer. From hitting the rapids with a
And he strikes him out. That'll end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Garcia, Harrison, and Pollock. Garcia, Harrison, and Pollock. Got to mute it. Commercial breaks. You know the drill. Yeah, you guys are doing pretty good. You're up 5-4 right now. It's the bottom of the 8th. You guys looking to add to it right here so you can kind of maybe push it out of a save situation, cushion a save situation. But either way, you know. Either way, if you're a Sox fan, you want this to be your last at bat for the night. I mean, they'll play 81 at home and 81 on the road, so I understand the feeling. They might have more road games played right now. That could be true. It's probably pretty close, though. I'll be fair with you. Still commercial breaks, by the way. We're just waiting for things to get started back up, and, you know, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty controversial call to not overturn that, but I don't know.
And then was ejected. His third ejection of the year. Andrew Chafin,
And then the White Sox would take the lead right after the challenge.
and will work against the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Leori Garcia, Josh Harrison, and then A.J. Pollock. Ground ball to Baez. Routine 1-away.
Anyway, 1-0 now on a ball to Harrison.
You know, in a game
Chafin back to work.
really a slugfest and fought hard by both sides.
Oh, it's Garcia's up.
Sometimes the little things, the game of
And 1 away.
can be-
Now Harrison's up. Okay.
You know, we can say all we want about how
Bleh.
Javi Baez applied the tag to Abreu. The truth of the matter is, if he would have just held the tag on him, Abreu slid past the bag, he would have been out. If you could have just thought about that. But, you know, you react because you're excited. You think you beat the...
Yeah, 20 likes so far still. That's pretty good. I appreciate it, everybody. If you haven't left a like, consider doing so. Pretty much getting down to the last chance.
All you got to do is just hold the glove on him. What we're taught nowadays. Keep that glove on.
Really, this game has been one of the slowest streams I've ever done.
Tag. Instead, the Tigers trail by a run here in the bottom of the 8th. You know, the other thing not lost, I think, in a lot of Tigers fans, Jack, is that this kind of symbolizes, or those types of plays, pitches help symbolize.
Was that really the first pitch of the at-bat? Holy shit, dude. How far fucking behind is this stream?
And I don't know.
Oh, wow, really far behind. Great, this thing's fucking lagging again, dude. I fucking hate this device. Anything to fuck me over with this thing. Oh, fuck you, you piece of shit. Should be the second out of the inning.
George Lombard talking with Josh Paul, quality control.
And it is.
The Tigers, top of the order. Here's AJ Pollock.
2 down now in the bottom of the 8th.
Pollock jacks one deep left field. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is. His 6th home run of the season, and Chicago now leads by 2.
Oh, that's gone. And now it's come on.
Well, it's left inside. It's a fastball. It's right there about thigh high.
Well, 6-4 now. Tigers might be in too big of a hole to overcome. Their favorite walk-up is that closer. That's not really a walk-up music. That's like pitcher entrance music.
The second home run allowed by Andrew Chafin this year. Yohan Moncada on the next pitch goes to right field and singles for the second time tonight.
Yeah, splitting hairs. I get what you meant, though.
And George Lombard's going to go out and make a move. He'll dip into his bullpen to try and get the final out here in the 8th. Chicago has added another run on the solo blast from A.J. Pollock. It is a 6-4 White Sox lead.
Need new windows?
Man, are they really about to make a pitching change? Oh, nothing more exciting than a 2-out pitching change with... Woo, more commercials. Fun, fun, fun. There's literally just nothing to say. No one's saying anything. Yeah, I can scroll all the way back to the beginning of the stream. That's pretty bad. I don't think 100 messages got sent this stream. The people watching, that's really weird. That you just sit there and say nothing. Most of you don't even say hello. No, most of you probably don't even leave likes. Which is crazy to think about. Because we're still just sitting at 20. There's no way you all liked it. So. Oh well. Cool. I don't really care about the Mudheads. No offense. I guess that's something, right? Hello. It's one thing I like a little bit more about football streams. It's a little bit more involved.
Ugh. 111 miles per hour off the bat. It traveled 392 feet.
But then again, probably some of the more talkative people are probably watching football. What are the scores right now? Seahawks and Steelers are tied up at 25. Bucks lead by 1. That's pretty cool. Saints and Texans are tied, third quarter. Cowboys and Broncos just started. Everyone's just in the third quarters. Okay. Here's Jose Cisnero. Oh, 1 count. Up against Jimenez. 1-1.
Ground ball to third. Candelario to second base to get the force. Time to stage a comeback. Detroit down 2. It will start with Jamer Candelario in the 9th.
Put on your fancy pants and sashay into Little Caesars for the Fanceroni Pepperoni.
All right, there we go. Should get the Tigers out of the inning, and it does. Let's head to the top of the 9th. Tigers got to score 2 to tie, 3 to take a lead. So we'll see. Candelario, Carpenter, and Scope. I don't know if these guys will all bat. We'll see when the inning comes back. Another commercial break. There's been a lot of these in the last 3 innings, it feels like. Candelario, Carpenter, and Scope. Candelario, Carpenter, and Scope. I fully suspect the White Sox to use like 6 pitchers this half inning somehow. Remember back before they implemented the 2-batter rule when pitchers used to have to throw, like they'd bring in a guy to throw like 2 pitches and then he'd come out the game? Shit was stupid. It was getting to the point where they had like a batter, like a pitcher, a batter. They just, new batter, new pitcher, new batter, new pitcher. Yeah, it's strategy. Yeah, but sometimes, you know, some strategy is really stupid and really just fucking maims the game speed of it all. Oh, wait, it looks like Cardinals are going to have to walk it off. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. All right. Well, at least the game's back on.
Yeah, and that disagreement on that review led to A.J. Hinch's ejection. We'll get his side of the story after the game.
All right. Again, it's the top of the 9th. 6-4 White Sox lead. Candelario, Carpenter, and Scope due up. We'll see if they all bat or if they pinch hit or if somebody else bats, yada, 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 so on and so forth. So.
Carpenter and Jonathan Scope. Candelario pops the first pitch he sees. That'll reach the seats in foul ground. Despite the 4 runs in
Candelario swings on the first pitch and fouls it away 0-1. Well, I guess A.J. Hinch was ejected earlier, huh? Makes sense. He was freaking out a little bit.
Over 6 in the series for Candelario.
Had a little bit of a meltdown.
3 groundouts so far tonight. Chased upstairs, 1-2.
1-1 count now on. Oh, it's Candy. Yeah. One and two.
Pops it up, shallow right field. Pollock is in. 1 out of 9. Chance for Kerry Carpenter's first major league.
And 2 outs now, or 1 out now in the inning. Here's Kerry Carpenter.
Yeah, and he knows, or at least Liam Hendricks is aware of his inability so far to hit the block.
Well, let's see what Carpenter can do here against Liam Hendricks. He's 0 for 2 with a walk in the second, which is probably his first time ever reaching base. I think he was 0 for 8 with 6 Ks in his previous attempts. Damn, his family's still coming out trying to hopefully see that first ever hit. Fouls it away, 0-1.
Up the middle, base hit. His first major league hit comes off Liam Hendricks with 1
Come on, kid.
in Chicago. Good for him. Save that baseball, young man.
Yeah. And there's Mom. What a relief. Who's more relieved, Shep, right now? Mom, the sisters.
Hey, he did it. Let's go. He finally got it.
A bat died a hero. He sawed it off.
Hey.
I'll tell you what. That's a fantastic moment for the entire family.
That's raw emotion, isn't it?
Don't come in here spoiling games, man. It's not over yet on my end. The fuck? What's up with everyone spoiling today? Or are you just saying good game right now? Like, if the game's over, you just spoiled, then I have to time you out, dude. I don't give preferential treatment to people. 0-1 to Scope. But yeah, GG's otherwise.
How about a blast from Jonathan Scope, Jack?
I'll take it.
Not with that swing.
Yeah. Try not to spoil. I'm at an 0-1 on Scope. Thanks for spoiling. I guess he hits into a double play. That's a great way to get spoiled out of a... Yeah, I got you now, Dragons. Okay, I got you now. 0-2.
Throw the same pitch.
He does. And Scope strikes out on it. 2 away. How about the thrill moments ago, though?
Please don't spoil. It's literally like one rule we have on the channel. That's all.
Looking for that first ever major league hit.
But yeah, GG's otherwise. Yeah, it's been a good game. Tigers just stopped scoring runs after the 3rd inning again. Blah. Well, at least they scored some runs for once. Nice to see that. Man, yeah, I see why you said that about Scope, though. That was a great at bat. The rookie looked better than he did. All right, here's Badu. We were like 80% blue 9th inning leagues by this, and the Tigers done it in like that in opening day game. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess that's true. That'll be ball 1 to Badu.
Outside 2-0.
So you're like, how do I freeze that fucking screen out back there? About 3 pitches off. What? 2-0.
On the corner, 2-1.
2-1.
Outside 3-1 to Akil Baddoo.
Well, you got to bring him in the zone. Hendricks is all fired up right now, living on a lot of emotion.
3-1.
Gets his adrenaline fired up, and sometimes he can misfire.
Fouled away, it's a full count.
Ugh. Well, at least they didn't get shut out or anything tonight. It's always a major positive, I would say.
It's been a good crowd here in Chicago tonight. They've seen a great baseball game.
Full count for Baddoo. This is a big at-bat. I would assume that the runner at first will be on the move.
Well, here's our chance. Riley Green could be the hero.
The go-ahead run walks to the plate in the form of the Tigers rookie Riley Green.
And that's inside and a bit high, ball 4. 2 on, 2 out for Riley Green. Yeah, he's starting to get a little bit sharper up there. His defense is a lot better. His confidence overall is looking a little better. So that's always, you know, a compounded package. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in this afternoon. I appreciate it, or this evening rather. It was fun. It was a fun stream, even though it was a really quiet stream. Nothing wrong with that. You know, sometimes there's just not a lot of chats. Hopefully this guy gets out of his weird little funk that he's in. Man's been striking out way too much lately. That 1-1. The insidious nature of Scott Coolball. What wraps it? It's 0-1 right now. Well, thanks, Dragons. Well, I guess the game's over, everybody. He just blew it, so that's awesome. Guess I don't need to watch. Cool. Thanks, man. You know I don't see that on like the screens and shit until I close the game down. You just ruined the ending of the game for me. I was pretty excited about that. We were starting to make some noise. But thanks, Dragons. I really appreciate that, dude. You know, you should just not say anything about the fucking games until I say the words. It's really not that hard, man. It's fucking simple. Like, I have 2 rules on the channel. Like, I just spent time telling you not to spoil, and then you spoiled it. So I really appreciate that. That was really cool of you, Dragons. That's really love not being able to finish things that I was watching. It's always cool. I had invested like almost 3 hours into that. You know, that's cool. I'm sure you like when people do that to you, so. Are you gonna say anything or nah? You're just gonna be quiet. Alright, fuck you then, dude. I don't know why. I should probably just hide you from the channel, to be honest. That feels like it's super intentional. So I don't know. I might hide you. I don't know. It feels super fucking intentional. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take that as intentional and probably ban you from the channel. I don't know yet. Next time I talk to you, I really hope you answer my questions. Or else I will ban you from the channel. Better have good reason for being a fucking douchebag there at the end there, Dragons. Fucking bitch. Spoil the game and then not say anything? That's really fucking stupid. Alright, I'm leaving.